We have started giving awards for people, long-term awards, humanitarian fellowship for serving at Austin Smiles. The surgeons began it, but we could not have done anything. That was the first demand we had, was anesthesia. We had to have good, safe anesthesia. And one of our premier pediatric anesthesiologists is here today, but these two guys represent how we can deliver the same care they get in the United States there, because it's done safely, because anesthesia is the greatest risk in these children. So these are just wonderful people who volunteer their time, again, for the children.
Quick shout out to Quint and Stan. I've worked with you both on multiple occasions. You're amazing. Thank you so much for what you've done for Austin Smiles and for the rest of us, because surgeons like me feel safe when you are in the room providing this care for these kids. And it's so meaningful to me that they've volunteered their time for so long, because it makes the quality of care such a sure thing on these trips. And we want to feel like we're providing the level of care that we would want for our own kids, and that's exactly what they do. So they deserve every award in the book.
Yeah, I've known Stan Eckert since 1991. He was a major anesthesiologist in the other anesthesiology company, Austin Anesthesiology Group, but always a great friend, and we worked side by side in several surgery centers and hospitals. He's always been a great friend and a big supporter of Austin Smiles, an organizer, a leader, and a provider of anesthesiology services at Austin Smiles. And he's a great example. I've known Quint Barnes since 1991 when I came to town. He was a partner at Capital Anesthesiology, where I became a partner. We worked together side by side at Brackenridge Hospital, other hospitals and surgery centers, Bailey Square Surgery Center. We've been good friends. We have a lot of friends in common, and he was very welcoming when I first came to Austin.
Well, I think that Quint is a little quieter, but his actions speak for what he does, and he's very soothing with patients, very patient, and easy as a co-team worker to work with as well. I've worked with him both in trauma as well as elective cases through the years, and he's always been an incredibly talented anesthesiologist, and one that I sadly don't work with anymore since I'm retired. But Stan Eckert, I can say the same. He was in a different group, but I used their services frequently at St. David's and also at Bailey Square. And I know he and Brenda are avid golfers, and if he's not operating, he's usually out playing golf. But he also has a special way with people, and I think that they both just were solid rocks that were there all the time, and they put in a lot of hours.
Different personalities melded, and so the trip leader is so crucial to making that run smoothly and to making everyone feel appreciated and valued and solving the problems. And so both Stan and Quint do a wonderful job of that, and that makes a huge difference. The trip leader is crucial. They've really been great.
I've been on many trips with both of those fellows. They are incredible in terms of their contribution to Austin Smiles, and oftentimes way behind the limelight, because it's the plastic surgeons like me who get interviewed about this plastic surgery, but it's the full complement of the team that allows this to happen.
Probably the most critical component to safely executing an operation in a foreign country in a baby is a crack anesthesia team. So, I mean, they have to be able to deal with a lot of stuff. They don't necessarily have the fancy anesthesia machines that we have here in the States, as you see in our operating room facilities here at Synergy. I mean, so they have to be innovative. They have to be very quick. They got to think on their toes, and both of them have it. And they do it in a very caring and generous way, which makes them it makes it seem effortless.
I have nothing but fond memories of not only the team members, but the people we met there, and the willingness, the absolute willingness to go beyond the call and do whatever it took. Our anesthesia people were unbelievable. And I understand that an award will be given to them this year, and I think it's very appropriate.
And those two are great. Besides being really good people, they were great anesthesiologists. Because you're talking about putting a tube that's not cuffed, so you can't anchor it down there in a hole about that big. And so it's pretty tough to take care of some of those little babies and get them intubated and keep them intubated. And so I have all the respect in the world for those guys.
Hey everybody, I'm Bo Terrio, the chair of Austin Smiles Giving Society, and I just want to express the joy that I feel from every day being associated with Austin Smiles. I've been on several trips. I think I've been on 4 or 5 trips to Guatemala and Mexico to help these kiddos that need our help, and it's just one of the most wonderful and giving experiences anyone can ever imagine. I've literally been able to take the babies from the mother's arms and take them up the elevator to the doctors, to the operating rooms, and watch as these children's faces are transformed. They're already beautiful, but this helps give them a great chance at life where they don't have a cleft lip or cleft palate, or where it's fixed, and they can eat and swallow and breathe better and face the world and better, better than if they didn't have our help. It does my heart so much good to be able to make an effort to raise money for the Austin Smiles. We desperately need all the help we can get because there's so many children that need our help, and young adults as well. So to be a member of the Giving Society, it takes a gift of $1,000 minimum, pledge for 3 years, $1,000 for 3 years, or you can include Austin Smiles in your will, as I have done. It's very important to me that my little part continue when I'm gone. We need people to open their hearts and share so that we can continue to help these wonderful people. The Giving Society will be one of the most wonderful gifts you can give to humanity. It's a joy, it's a treat, and you'll see pictures of children that we've helped, the befores and afters, and realize that we're fortunate enough to be able to go and help them and give them all a better life.